Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part 1 of Villainous Times, Wednesday, July 12th, 17th, part of it, 2012. This is the main story, and this is something I've slightly been avoiding because it is something that I'm quite passionate about because it does involve the rights of women and the rights of a fairly grotesque, often, and disturbing lack of lewd penetrative issue. Which is to say that that Josh, whatever, that's his name. Hold on, Josh, whatever. Anyway, this comedian did a joke about rape, and he thought it was funny, on stage, and maybe he's done it before. I don't know if he's done it a bunch of times, but yeah, there are certain words which are interactions, like a description for an interaction, lacking lube that equals penetration against the person's will, that just should never, ever, ever, like, they're just certain topics that you should never, ever touch. And the reason that is because it's not, like, politically correct or whatever. It's because your moral compass should steer you away from that. Because it's not funny. It's unimaginative. It's silly. It's foolish. Yeah, that's pretty much that. So really, hold on, I'm gonna find out this guy's name. Right, so the guy's name's Daniel Tosh. Right, sorry about that. So anyway, I probably, if I were to have made a really inappropriate joke like that and somebody confronted me on it, because essentially the heckler, in my mind, no matter how it appeared in the moment, was confronting a situation which is a descriptive word based for another violent and disgusting interaction between one or two or more human beings. I probably would have conceded that I was wrong and surrendered, because that would have been the most imaginative way to. I mean, I would have done it with astounding words and whatnot. But at that point, I would have probably stopped being a comedian and being a human being, which maybe he's incapable of doing. Yeah, a lot of people. There's basically, well, there's a bunch of factions, but there's like basically two underlying logics to certain comedic people getting away with saying certain things. Either they're racist or sexual or disgusting or traumatic. And that is, he's a comedian, it's a joke, just let him get away with it. Like, it's fine. And then the other one is like the moral compass one, where it's like, it's foolish to go around pretending that this word is okay to use in terms, like, to make a joke by anyone. Ever. Right? So basically, I'm going to equate the one side. So, like, the one where, he's a comedian, just get away with it. So, like, you're going to say the same thing about your kid. Your kid bullies other children, youngsters, says all sorts of racial, nasty, disgusting, homophobic words to them, prejudice, like, destructive words. And you say, "Oh, my son's a comedian at home. He's a comedian at school. The teachers, they say in the halls, he's hilarious. He's a comedian. I'm gonna let him get away with it." Or you say, like, he has deep underlying issues. Well, whatever. That doesn't excuse the fact of what he said. Say, be accountable for what you said, and then fix the aftermath. Whatever. Being a comedian, because I'm some sort of comedian, there are certain things, like, that would never justify saying something like that, or saying anything that would offend people, because that style of humor is not humor, it's desensitization, and that makes people numb, and that makes people sleepy, and that makes people blue pill. So I guess Daniel Tosh is okay with putting people back into the Matrix. Sorry about that, people. So yeah, I really don't know much about the guy. I really don't care a whole lot. One, because I don't know him, and two, because he's a fool, or was a fool in the moment. It may have changed, but probably not. Probably not. Because that's how that's how he's representing himself to the world, shock and awe humor. And I want to represent my world and myself to the world as a momentary inspirationist, the ex-anorexic anti-hero, one-winged angel, king of Sephiroth, second son of Genova, the great calamity. Um, you know, I'm polite. I'm nice. Got lost that sentence somewhere. I went off way too far. Sorry, my brain and tongue are doing great things right now, so we're really sorry about that in advance and in the middle, because this is the middle of the video. So yeah, Daniel Tosh. If he wants to comment against me, woohoo, let the death of his career be my Phoenix to Ashes resurrection, I guess, because I nearly died a bunch of times, and I don't know, mostly invisible and ignored anyway, so whatever, I really don't care. This is not my launching platform. This is just my opinion, because if you show yourself to the world like he does, I guess you should be more accountable for what you say. Unless, of course, you're a fool. Oh, burn. So yeah, this goes back to I don't care what you believe, but how you live it. He may believe something, but obviously he's okay with living it like it's not real, which is whatever, because I'm not accountable for that, but he is. So yeah, where are they going? Yeah, so there are just certain jokes that just aren't, they're shock and awe humor, and I don't want to do that. I want to do Eddie Izzard style humor, which is hilarious. I'm sure you guys have noticed I do a little bit of his uh, awkward awesome hilarity in some of my videos because they're awesome. I am working on the Star Wars Cantina in a World of Warcraft video, which will hopefully debut in a couple weeks here because I really don't have any time to make it. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for sticking around. And the other camp, of course, is more akin to the truth, is that the moral compass should guide humor as it guides humanity and everything outside of that is, to a degree, foolish, because it instills us with something other than the correct path, right? Desensitizing people to the word rape, which is pretty funny because it's already used from like 10 to 19-year-olds who play COD3 and 4 and a bunch of other first-person shooter video games and a bunch of other games, MMOs. People use it like it's nothing. But I mean, to do that as a comedian, to do that in that kind of platform, that's just silly. So I mean, maybe he's one of those people that plays COD4 when he's not on stage and like, oh yeah, you fag, homo, I killed you, look at you're so gay, oh yeah, rape you, rape. I'm just saying. Everybody knows I'm a nerd. So yeah. Word. Equality universal. We'll be right back for part 3 of Villainous Times. Wednesday, July 17th, 2012.